too woke insomniac, kind of like Teresa was saying. I feel like I've been that since before I knew what either one of those words meant. At 11, I remember taking to task my Southern Baptist preacher about the discrepancies I saw in Christianity. And in college, I was known to stop parties cold by any misogynist comment that I happened to hear. And people just saying, please, can we just get through one party? Now I teach at a mostly white affluent school, and part of my job description is to talk about all the issues that no one wants to talk about and make everyone extremely uncomfortable. So that process for me has become kind of almost a spiritual journey for me. It's made me challenge my own part in what we see unfolding before. And so I try to take the opportunity of this to kind of go down deep into those demons of the things that I feel like are holding me back from doing the best work that I can. I tend to see the atrocities of people that look like me, and I recognize the pain and the destruction that is caused. And I feel a deep responsibility to do whatever I can with the privileges and opportunities I've been given to try to tip the balance back to a more natural place. But I know that saying part of the things that I say, coming from a white space, sometimes hit people in different ways. And it's been something I've really struggled with over the last few years trying to do this work. So as Stephanie recently told me, hope it's okay to take up space. So I'm going to try and tell my part of the story from a white face. The first one's called White Guilt. I'm sorry if my face offends you. Reminds you of past injustices, indignities, the arrogance and ignorance of my people, for which I can never hope to achieve atonement. I know my skin is translucent. Its ghostly glare can emit a blinding light at times. And this alabaster might even appear laughably weak as I flash pink in the harsh summer sun. I'm sorry if my smile registers as false, despite my sincerest intentions. I know my positivity can come across as naive, vestiges of an unearned privilege bequeathed to me by conquering ancestors. And the lightness in my step may look to you more like some spoiled luxury rather than the result of substantial inner work. But please, tell me, what can I do to make amends, to shield you from the constant irritating sandpaper friction of my presence? I've already tried smothering my face in mud, starving my body and taking up as little space as possible. I've worked in the sun until my skin was leather and my back ached at night. I've disciplined myself with cold showers, shared my Oaxaca apartment with scorpions, and my rainy street apartment with rats scampering across the floor. I've sold my belongings, shaved my head, sacrificed my citizenship, bypassed paths to power, and scoffed at my forefathers' inheritance. I've shut my mouth when you shamed me, silenced my scream when you raped me, watched my dead baby taken from me and buried in a foreign land. I even turned my back on my own religion. Yet none of this can untangle us from our shared history. And honestly, none of this helps you anyway. White doesn't wash off. And what do you care about my flimsy attempts to level the playing field? No amount of my suffering makes any difference to the bigger system that rules us all. In the long run, it only binds my hands from helping. It soils my soul and weakens me, trips my feet in this crazy three-legged race so neither of us can run. What good is my jumping in the hole if I don't have a ladder along with me? Isn't that just hiding? And the one who ends up winning is the one who never cared for either one of us in the first place. The one who laughs is the one who cackles as we tear each other down. They know that our bickering keeps us occupied, so the machine is free to keep grinding us up like chaff. So I beg of you, please give me a chance. As imperfect an instrument as I am, I know it is asking you to take a leap of faith, and you have no reason to trust me. But if we lose faith in each other and spend our precious energy fighting among ourselves, we only serve to make the forces pressing down on both of us even stronger. Our futures are bound irrevocably together, and we are guaranteed to fail alone. But we can choose to empower each other instead. Promise to keep offering a hand as we rise back up. We can be strategic by using our unique strengths to create rather than destroy, to be vigilant, gently pointing out each other's blind spots so we can both see clearly. Then maybe we can finally start to topple this fucked up mess we have both inherited. And maybe even start to see the beauty that resides beneath the protective scar. But please, don't ask me to dampen the light anymore. That I can no longer do. Because if we are going to build a better world, it must be built on mutual respect and compassion. Let's not become the very thing that we say we're fighting. White fragility. Here's the problem with the label of white fragility. White women, you need to just shut up and listen. Guess who's been telling us that for a long fucking time? It's not exactly a new critique. So, just as I gain my voice, you tell me to pipe down? I have a problem with that. Not that we should bulldoze each other with our newfound wokeness, but be wary of your newfound glee in my demise. No woman should rejoice in telling another woman to silence her voice and ideas. Be careful. You may be sliding into the role of the oppressor who has gone to take a nap because you're doing his job for him. Just as a white woman should never take off her own shackles without turning to help the next person sitting shackled next to her, a woman of color shouldn't remove hers only to shackle them on the next white woman sitting next to her. Do I get the cathartic release? I really do. We need as many free hands as possible to dismantle the system from the ground up. So can't we just agree to leave the fucking chains on the floor? And the last one is white guilt and Christianity. You might see a theme. I always find a way to rob myself of joy. I always look for the slightest flaw that keeps me from the illusion of perfection. The little bit of belly fat to trim, the wrinkle to smooth, the misspoken word to atone for. The few extra hours of sleep I now need to make up for. The mind-blowing sex I now need to feel slutty for. The sudden laugh that might have disturbed you. The yard that's not mowed, the dishes not washed, the papers not graded. The children not doted on and inspired and entertained enough. The myriad of sins passed down from my forefathers that I carry around like a fucking hair shirt. So for 5 minutes, can you just set down your anger and me my guilt? Can we just look at each other and say, I see you? When the 5 minutes is over, we can pick our bundles back up and carry on. But maybe, just maybe, the load will feel a little lighter for having been seen.